Hey there guys, my name is Ivan. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. I'm a fearless influencer here on this platform. I have been on this platform for years and I have accumulated dozens of likes, alright man? You look at any one of my videos, you see dozens of likes and hundreds of views. It's just amazing what I have been able to achieve here, all the while enjoying the parasocial relationship, a fearless parasocial relationship with my YouTube viewers, many of whom call me their YouTube dad, because I guide them on this confusing website. You know, there's so many videos on this website. I always say this, you know, too many videos on this website, man. It's like, it's very confusing. And that's why many people need a YouTube father, a YouTube dad, even, to really guide them on YouTube. I can be your guide. You just have to surrender yourself to me. And this is why everybody likes this fearless influencing that I do. The young honeys like it, gentlemen like it. It's one of those things, man. Like, this channel is amazing. It's just amazing what happens on this channel. It doesn't happen like that anywhere else. So one of the things that this channel is known for is measured and constructive criticism. Other YouTubers you see, they lob cheap insults. They're reckless in the way they express themselves. They're very insulting. That's not something that I do here on this channel. I do just criticism. I don't focus on personality. I just do the measured and constructive criticism of a specific topic. And today my thoughts and my gaze has turned to the douchebag Tim Pool and his trip to the White House. He took his grifting self to the White House and asked a question that sounds like it came from the press pool of the Soviet Union under Stalin, meaning that, you know, just really an embarrassing question. That's not even really a question, but a bunch of ass-kissing of the, you know, the White House, the Trump administration. And you might say, Ivan, you're a liberal. How disappointing. Don't you hate making liberal videos? And in a way, I do. I really like to be outside of politics because I like to find the absurdity on YouTube that I think exists outside of politics. But what I want to say is this. If it was, the shoe was on the other foot, if, let's say, a liberal YouTuber like David Pakman was invited to the White House under the Joe Biden administration, and he would take this opportunity to grovel before the White House and kiss the ass of Joe Biden, yeah, I would ridicule that as well, and I would definitely get the douche chills if that were to happen, you know. So I do think that there's something absurd about making yourself. It just kind of reminds me of the Soviet Union under Stalin. Like, Joseph Stalin didn't give a lot of speeches, but when he did, he always had to wave his arm a little bit to tell people to stop clapping, because nobody wanted to be the first person to stop clapping. So anytime you see a speech with Joseph Stalin, you know, he kind of says something, then he takes a sip of water while everybody's clapping, and then he says, all right, comrades, you gotta relax. And this is what, you know, what happened basically with Tim Pool. That's the position where he put himself in, where instead of asking any kind of, instead of asking just a softball question as to how do like civil rights coexist with the need to deport gang members, like some kind of a softball question like that. Instead, he gave some sort of a statement, and it's just gives me the douche chills. That's all I can say. It's just so lame. It's just it's awkward for me to even watch.
We have a individual in our new media seat today. His name is Tim Pool.
The new media seat is actually brought to us by Edward Gregorian, a totally non-shady billionaire with pro-Russian views.
He's a political commentator and a media entrepreneur with millions of followers, a very big platform. Currently hosts Timcast IRL, a daily news and discussions show, and The Culture War, a weekly podcast exploring cultural and political issues.
Do we actually need to list all of his shitty channels? Why not just say he's a YouTube entrepreneur? Now we're listing channels. Hey guys, check out The Culture War. For what the fuck? What's going on? Come on, guys. What's going on here? We're listing Tim Pool's channels right here. Check out The Culture War one. Oh, fuck it. Jesus Christ, I want to kill myself.
His programs feature in-depth conversations on topics such as free speech, censorship, identity politics, and societal change, often engaging with a diverse range of guests. He's in Washington today because we are also hosting a local media row across the street in the Eisenhower building, which is a testament to our commitment to bring new voices into the White House to cover the president and this administration.
There needs to be an alternative press pool made out of shameless grifters who sell herbal Viagra, and all of the guys are going to come together at the Eisenhower building. Why not? Yeah, we just need more of these voices.
So Tim, why don't you kick us off today?
Yes, many of the news organizations that are represented in this room have marched in lockstep on false narratives, such as the Very Fine People hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland Man hoax, where an MS-13 gang member adjudicated by two different judges, I believe.
Two different judges ruled that Tim Pool dresses like an old creep who wants to pick up teenage girls at the mall. Frankly, the only thing that's missing is a Nirvana t-shirt.
It's just simply being referred to as a Maryland Man over and over again. Now, in an effort from the White House to expand access to new companies, you've created this new media seat. So I'm wondering if you can comment on, following this expansion, you've had numerous outlets disparage the companies that you've had sit here, as well as the reporters. I'm wondering if you could comment on the unprofessional behavior, as well as elaborate if there's any plans to expand access to new companies.
I'm pretty nauseous from this whole thing to the extent that my perception grows very foggy, and I don't even fully understand what he's asking. Like, he says that there is this new media seat, and which is really kind of the kiss ass seat on, from the kissing ass from the sidelines of the press pool seat is what it looks like. And he doesn't like that other medias don't like this ass kissing. And that's unprofessional behavior, because professional behavior is making statements to the powerful that praises them. That's the professional behavior of the media from that understanding. And criticizing this douchebaggery and this groveling and this Soviet-style journalism, that's unprofessional. Is that what he's trying to say? Yeah, so that's, I don't even, beneath all this kind of groveling and all this grifting, underneath the grift, I don't even understand what the fucking question is. What is the fucking question?
Sure. Well, we certainly welcome diverse viewpoints in this room, which is one of the reasons we have you in here, and there's many new faces in this room in comparison to the previous administrations. We want to welcome all viewpoints into this room.
We welcome all kinds of different people into this room with all different types of dealing with male pattern boldness, like wearing a beanie constantly indoors. That's cool. This never happened under the Joe Biden administration.
We welcome unbiased journalists who really care about the truth and the facts and the accuracy. And you rightfully pointed out the Maryland Man story, which I, from this podium, when The Atlantic published it on that very first day, I came to this podium and said, this is wrong. The press in this room have this story wrong, and we have...
You know how people grow up and regret their youthful tattoos? Well, under the Trump administration, if you're Hispanic, you fucking are really gonna regret these tattoos. Your little tramp stamp, your little Chinese symbol you put on that you don't know what the fuck it means. Motherfucker, this is MS-13 or whatever, They're connecting the dots of your tattoos, of your cheap tattoos that you haven't even thought about, man. So, yeah, this is dangerous. Having shitty tattoos is dangerous in America, year of our Lord 2025.
Seen more and more evidence come to the table that we have had all along. We were always right. The president was always on the right side of this issue to deport this illegal criminal from our community. And it is despicable to see the media continue to refer to this individual as someone who is just a peaceful man living his life in Maryland. This was and always has been an illegal criminal, an MS-13 gang member, and a designated foreign terrorist. And the administration maintains our position to deport these individuals from our community. So thank you for being here, Tim. It's great to see you. Thank you. Dasha, why don't you kick us off?
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. I have two questions.
When Tim Pool walks around the White House, he really feels that he has accomplished something. Like, probably his parents are very proud of him, taking pictures with different White House officials, going to different functions. Throughout history, there were millions of different people who wanted to be close to the powerful, who wanted to get close to the rich. And in order to get there, they kissed ass. But what distinguishes Tim Pool and other so-called new media is their self-righteousness. Like, they present themselves as something above the normal media, which in a sense they're actually below. Because normal media, when it kisses ass, it still has to kind of conceal it a little bit. It has to ask even a little challenging questions. Even Fox News does. Even Fox News. But here there's no filter. There is no standards of behavior. There's just a lot of righteousness about being this new media. A lot of this new media just feeds off the old media. That is to say, that's where they get most of their news. They then interpret that news in their own way. So this new media is completely connected to the old media. And the old media, for all of its flaws and all its shittiness, at least it has the pressure to actually go out in the field, go out into the country, go to talk to different politicians, etc. You know, like they're actually creating a product, whereas the new media just self-righteously sits above it. You know that old quote attributed to Alexander Solzhenitsyn, the line between good and evil runs through the human heart? And the same with the new media seed. The new media seed seems like the old media seed. You know, it's like the same pathologies of wanting to be close to the powerful affects you whether you're in the new media seed or the old media seed, whatever it is, these risks of kind of selling out to the powerful. At least that's how I view it. I'm sure that many conservatives view Tim Pool as some sort of a hero who really, you know, took it to the mainstream media and showed them who's the boss or whatever the fuck. My friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, then like or comment. I want to say a special word of gratitude to my patrons. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. So thank you for watching and be well.